on Friday, Texas plans to reopen salons and barbershops, but a Dallas salon owner, Shelley Luther, faced 7 days in jail for defying regulations by reopening a week earlier, I think. The judge said that he suspended the sentence if she would just say it was a selfish move on her part, but she defended her decision. Take a look.
I have to disagree with you, sir, when you say that I'm selfish, because feeding my kids is not selfish. I have hairstylists that are going hungry because they'd rather feed their kids. So, sir, if you think the law is more important than kids getting fed, then please go ahead with your decision, but I am not going to shut the salon.
Sonny, you think this could lead to lawsuits by small businesses with the same argument, yes?
Absolutely, and I think the problem here, again, this shouldn't be a choice. You know, we were able to give tax bailouts to gazillionaires, right? And so the government does have the ability to give money. Why not give money to small businesses? Why not make sure that unemployment benefits are readily available? This woman shouldn't have to make a choice between her life, the lives of her children, and opening up her business. Her business should be able to be covered by the PPP program or unemployment benefits. That is the government's problem, and I think that we're going to see a lot of lawsuits coming forward against the government, perhaps against some of these officials, but that's the government's fault.
Can I ask
Megan,
a question? Why is it selfish But can I just ask one question, Whoopi? Why is it selfish this week, but not next week? So it's selfish right now because the law is not in place, but next week it won't be selfish when they say you can open. I don't even understand what that means. And by the way, why don't they put people in jail who are protesting and causing such pandemonium in some of these states, screaming in faces of the police and intimidating lawmakers? They're putting this woman in jail because she's trying to feed her kids. The whole thing is screwed up.
Megan, this crime does not fit this punishment. You feel it's a little overkill, yes?
No, I think we're all in agreement that she shouldn't be arrested, and I agree with Joy's succinct phrasing that this is screwed up. It is. I will say, I know just from, I think I come from a different sort of cultural standpoint on this show than everyone else does. There is a lot of anger at people in media, at people in politics, at people who are not abiding by the rules that they are going on TV and going in front of their local governments and saying they're espousing that they're going to do. Tucker Carlson actually did an entire segment on it last night that was fascinating. And Neil Ferguson, who's the scientist, he originally sounded the alarm on COVID virus and said 2.2 million people were going to die. He was actually caught seeing his mistress as he had COVID and exposing her. Now, if that's not the blatant front line of hypocrisy of a scientist who found this disease, I know, and couldn't keep it in his pants long enough to help for a, health risk in a global pandemic, how are people and the average person supposed to follow this when there's so much hypocrisy? You have certain anchors who are claiming that they didn't go out in public on CNN, and then they're caught on page 6 by a person because they got in a fight with them. I mean, you're seeing local officials getting their hair and nails done. I see people all over TV. I'm sorry, ladies, but I'm practically a brunette at this point, and I'm seeing women all across all platforms, all networks who have clearly had their hair done. So again, I really just think there's a lot of hypocrisy, and we have to lead by example. Us ladies at The View are doing it. I implore everyone in government and across every other platform, scientists everywhere, we have to lead by example. And if we are not going to abide by these rules, you can't help a woman who wants to keep her business open and feed her family for breaking them as well.
And the last question that I think we should be asking is, how come that money isn't in her hands? Wasn't it made for her?
Yes.
Wasn't it for her?